Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection. Headline edition will bring you special reports and interviews in a moment.
How you doing? This is a guy from Pittsburgh, and tonight I want to inaugurate a new feature, the question of the night, before I talk about the subject at hand. And tonight's question is about Bill Burns of UFO Hunters and UFO Magazine fame. I want to know one thing the guy from Pittsburgh says, and I'm sure the public wants to know as well. Why does Bill Burns only seem to wear one suit? Has Nancy maxed out the charge cards and thrown him out of the house, which is why he's on every UFO and ancient alien and paranormal program there is? And why can't he afford a lamp? It's always dark behind him. And what was Bill hiding for 3 years under that hat on UFO Hunters? Was there a dark secret file he was hiding? And finally, are the eye blinks and eyebrow movements just normal reactions to the bright light that's in his face? Are they some secret code sent to someone or something? The guy from Pittsburgh asked the question, and he wants to know. And tonight, I'll be talking about the psychic twins. They were on the David Baker podcast. And, well, like a lot of psychics and prognosticators, like Nostradamus, there he is right there. Here at the Cheating Book, and guys who come up with doomsday prophecies. A lot of these psychics, it's like going to the racetrack and buying those little tout sheets for $3. They promote themselves. I got a great prediction array. The psychic twins say they have on their website 100 predictions they list, and they seem to maintain that they're frequently right, even though they say in the interview they're not always right. And they would never do that. But all these psychics tout their winning predictions, but they never mention that, I blew it on this one. So I'm going to go down the list for 2013. Now, these two did something that's refreshing. They didn't try to predict an 8.0 earthquake in the Bay Area or Los Angeles or Seattle. And that was different because every one of these guys predicts something horrible happening in the Bay Area all the time. But I'm going to use the Art Bell method, the bonk and the ding. And what I do with 3 different sites, and I could take more, I check out the timeline for 2013 or whatever year these people are predicting. And I compare it to the predictions. So I'm going to take them one at a time. Here we go. 2013, year of scandals, sex abuse, and celebrity scandals. Well, except for Miley Cyrus and her doing bizarre things on a award show, I would say that's a big bonk. Increased market volatility. Bonk. Market was very high in 2014, hit 14,000. Although yesterday it was down 230 points. I don't know what was behind that. I haven't had a chance to look. But a weak growth in economy. Well, that's a ding. We're still having weak growth, and whatever Obama and his Treasury minions and other folks say. We're not having good growth in this economy. Excuse me. Drinking coffee and hot chocolate. Got to lubricate the throat, and I like coffee and hot chocolate. Dollar drops in value gradually. No collapse in the U.S. dollar. Well, they're right about both things. Bernanke with his constant qualitative easing and the new Fed chairman who says she'll continue, or chairwoman, his policies are going to weaken the dollar till it's absolutely worthless. Fed needs to be abolished. That was the one few things I agree with Ron Paul. Let's see, debt ceiling news. Yeah, that was a ding. There was big news in the debt ceiling last year. Major correction in March, April, and September. Well, those didn't happen as far as I've been able to determine. 2014, they say 1 or 2 corrections. There's always correction in the market. My cat could predict that. So I give that a bonk. Housing sales not well. I'll give that a ding. Housing sales are not doing that great. Increasing foreclosures. Well, I haven't seen any evidence of that. Gas prices will go through the roof. Well, they did break $4 a gallon here in California. They're $3.39 right now, so I'll give that a ding. Corporate fraud and Ponzi schemes, 2 to 3 this coming year. Bonk, bonk, bonk. No Ponzi schemes. Europe Ponzi scheme late in the year. Bonk, there was no Ponzi scheme in Europe. Bank hack attacks, corporate hack attacks. Ding, ding, ding. Target, Bank of America, Chase, you name it, it was being hacked. Even government sites. Even NASA has been hacked 2 or 3 times. Crisis in Russia, Iran, North Korea involved, and China. Oh, China, Russia, Iran, North Korea involved. Well, I'm sure that all 4 of those banditos are involved in some way in hacking. I've read that it's Iran, and I'm certain the Chinese, they have special groups set up that all they do is hack into systems, so I'm sure that's right. I give them a ding. No shutdown of the grid or internet. The host said that he read it's impossible to take the net. There's too many nodes around. Well, that's probably true, unless we have an EMP event. See, ban on assault weapons. Big bonk. Senate refused to pass any new gun control laws. And immigration reform. Another bonk. There was no immigration reform. Lone wolf attacks, terrorism. Well, there was sort of a lone wolf attack in Boston, but they totally missed Boston, so I give that a ding. Las Vegas terror attack. Big bonk, unless you consider the presence of Harry Reid in the Senate a terror attack. I certainly do. Texas, Dallas, and Houston terrorist attack. Big bonk. Didn't happen. Let's see. Page 2. Feel like Paul Harvey here. Terrorism. These women it's like they threw they threw popcorn at a map or darts at a map. They were going after everything. It's unbelievable. It's even, I dare say, amazing. Tennessee, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., New York, Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia, Arkansas, Florida again, Ohio, Seattle. Giant super mega bonk. And Mega Roswells and Free Art Bell and High Bell Gabbers. So, yeah, mega bonk. Europe, terror plots, Germany, UK, and France. Didn't see any evidence. Although there were terrorism in Algeria, Africa, and the French had to be sent into one country because Al-Qaeda was trying to take over the whole ball of wax. So, I won't give them Europe. I'll give them half a ding on that. Psychic children, they keep talking about these special children with the special knowledge. One kid told his mom he didn't want to go to the elementary or junior high school, whatever it was, and Massachusetts, where this guy killed a whole bunch of people. But I haven't seen any evidence of special psychically gifted children. So I don't know what the hell. Lots of killer twisters in the next couple years. Well, there was one that destroyed a church. There was one that destroyed a town. I'll give them a ding on that. Several megastorms on the East Coast. Big bonk, no megastorms occurred. Intense heat wave and droughts in South and Midwest. Well, that's it's snowing in the Midwest, and it's snowing in Texas right now. It's snowing in Dallas and Houston. Although we did have last year cattle being sold off to market because there was no feed for them, because nothing was growing. So I give them a ding on that. No mention of West Coast drought, though. Megastorms will be more common. I'll give them a bonk. They were making fun of the Weather Channel while their predictions were wrong. They say all we need is psychic intelligence and a pen and a legal pad. Maybe a better dartboard is what they need. The Wonder Twins rather than the Psychic Twins. Health, and they bonked all over the place on this one. These guys want everything. They want everything cured, from pimples to herpes to diabetes. It's incredible. Breakthrough in cancer, breast cancer, lung cancer, prostate cancer, sickle cell anemia, vaccines that treat cancer, Parkinson's disease, heart disease, diabetes, weight loss tied to obesity. Well, there was a story about that, so I give them a ding on that. Breakthroughs in bipolar depression drugs. 3 million adolescents with bipolar disease. Well, there was no breakthroughs in any of this. Drug overdose. Major star will die of a drug overdose. That didn't happen. 2 political scandals. High-ranking officials. Well, I'll give them half a ding. There was a former UK minister who went to jail with his wife for trying to fix parking tickets, and former UK energy minister pled guilty to conspiracy to pervert justice. So that's it. This is a short one, but the Psychic Twins, well, they ain't so psychic. Now, I'll check later on to see what their website says with their 100 predictions. Take me a while to go through those, but when you look through the timeline, so far the only psychic who's gotten anything majorly right is Gordon Michael Scallion. I wish, as if you're a Christian, you're supposed to forgive people for their sins. I wish that George Neuer would forgive Gordon and put him back on, because at least he got 3 major ones right, which is more than a lot of the rest of these bums are doing, including the late Sylvia Browne. I got a book around here somewhere where she made predictions for the future, and none of them came right. She was one of the biggest frauds ever to come down the pike. All right, this is a guy from Pittsburgh, and I will catch you later. Have a great morning. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.